welcome to another Culture Foolishness BMF recap for episode 9. We almost there, people. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and Architects of Mars, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. You know.
Yes, indeed. We are getting close to the end of this very interesting season. This episode had some ups and downs. It starts off with them in Miami trying to link
Yes.
up with the cat that could put the safes in the trucks.
Yes.
And what was the first thing? That was at the club, right? That was at the club in Miami, and
They was at the club and what was it, the MKs?
the MKs were there, the Miami Killers. They was there in Miami, so they might see them guys in the place where it's in their name. Um, but
And
they
Angel was there
right, I was
as
gonna
well.
say that's what made them realize that they might be there before they even saw them was the fact that they saw Angel. It was like, oh shit.
Yes. So they had to get up out that jam immediately.
Right. Well, before that, Meech was trying to like ride on them as per usual. He was like, well, I guess we're gonna have to give him the old ones. Like, dude, this is not your city. Damn, always trying to fight.
Just like Anthony Mason.
Just like Anthony Mason.
Fight too much.
So let's see. They showed that what was the next thing? Did they show like the funeral thing next?
I believe so.
With the MKs, I believe so, or it was in the early scenes. We're gonna probably jump around a little bit.
Yes.
But the MKs were at the funeral for the dude who got killed in the last episode, right?
Correct.
And basically they want Neat Meat's head on a platter.
Absolutely.
They were talking about revenge at the funeral while the preacher was trying to tell them to chill out, which I don't know. Initially, it was like, to me, it looked like he was like telling them to go get him at first until I realized, like, no, 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 he's being a real preacher. He's like telling them to stop, but they are like, nah, somebody got to die.
Someone's gonna pay for this.
Hmm. So,
And then I know Meech and T was chilling by the pool, and then Markeisha walked up because T brought sand to the beach.
first of all, like that. What does Meech call him? Tender dick. He get on my nerves. Like, y'all down there conducting business. It could potentially be dangerous because y'all there. Period. And what the fuck would you bring your girl with you? Like any girl, even your dip off girl, like anybody you care about, why would you bring them and it's danger afoot, basically? But being all lame and she just ready to be in Miami and have a
Miami.
vacation
She's ready to be on a vacation in
Mhm.
Miami.
Which it seems like he pitched the whole thing to her as that, and
I
then they
think
get
so.
there and it's really a business trip for him. So he was lame on several levels for even bringing her like to her, and the fact that you really putting her in danger, bringing her, because y'all niggas on bullshit. Like
And
all the time.
even if for whatever reason he wasn't on no bullshit, you would Meech. So it's like, even if you ain't on it, then trouble is gonna follow.
Mhm.
him, if nobody else. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
Um
this episode had some stellar acting as well.
it's so many things. I don't
Yeah.
know how much I want to jump around. Because I want to talk about Lucille.
Go on and talk about it because that's actually I feel like that was early in the episode too.
I feel like it was. So um or was it Charles? Like he was in the studio kind of playing
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Charles was in the studio, and he was playing around,
He
but
was jamming low key.
he
I
was
was
yeah,
even I was like,
yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
see
So
what you're doing.
Charles was getting down just on some, just doodling around, and he was doing the damn thing, and he got offered the opportunity to go on tour, a 6 week tour. And, this is something that he's always wanted, but he's like, shit. Look, if you heard, he wasn't even really concerned about work. He was just like, I'm not leaving my wife with this doctor nigga for no 6 weeks.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's what he had to think about because that's what's going on right now, and he right to think that way
He's not wrong
because
to think it.
yeah.
He's not wrong to think it. It was just interesting how he pitched to Lucille, like, I want you to come on tour with me. Like it tried to make it seem like, oh, like this is our chance to fulfill the dream that we had all those years ago, just you and me. And and like Lucille is like, what about Nicole?
Right, because
Like,
she ain't that old. She's still
right,
in high
she's still
school.
a yeah, she's not, and look, he don't even give a damn. He like, she'll be all right. Like, no, nigga, she's bringing box cutters to school and sneaking boys in the house. And then,
Yeah.
since your little fast ass wife gave her birth control, now she like, shit, I can fuck. Ain't no, I'm on birth control.
Hmm.
She about would have kept her damn legs closed if she didn't have the birth control and saw the baby being born.
Mhm.
That would have scared the shit out of her. Then she'd be
Mhm.
like, hell no, you can't come in my room. No, we're not about to sneak around. But no, oh, Lucy Goosey Lucille over here projecting and then gave the girl just
Well,
ugh.
honestly, she wasn't 100% wrong. I feel like
I mean,
she
if you want to
liking
do it, you're
that
gonna do
boy
it.
anyway, and it
If
was
you're gonna do
probably
it, you're
gonna
gonna do it.
happen. So
I
she
I
ain't
agree.
wrong,
I agree.
She's trying to
And
keep her on point.
it, but again, she was doing it from a place of projection.
Hmm.
Like she wasn't doing it because she's like, oh, she got this boyfriend, and no, she was doing it from a place of, I did this, and this my daughter, so she gonna do it too.
Well,
So
yeah, yeah, and I
so
think that.
essentially, Lucille was like, no, I'm not going on tour with you.
Oh, absolutely. She's already kind of leaning towards Dr. Mo. So,
Do you want to talk about Dr. Mo? Because this nigga got this nigga took out the
no,
okay.
not yet, not
Okay.
yet. We're gonna come back to that because that scene was wild. I wanted to jump back probably earlier or around that scene when they met up with the dude, the mechanic dude that could hook up the safes. What happened was they had to leave the club early. They're supposed to meet him at that club, but they
Yes.
had to leave because of the MKs. He didn't even mention that, which, you know, I understand because dude is already acting timid. So he don't want to be like, oh shit, it's hot around me, so they just kind of took that L, like, okay, we missed you, whatever.
Right.
Meanwhile, it was early.
Yes.
But he is, kind of cold towards them now. Terry smartly uh offered to buy the art sculpture that he was working on. So that kind of like warmed him up to them a tiny bit to where they could maneuver.
Right.
So I don't know, that character is gonna be interesting. Hopefully he doesn't get killed because I kind of like that character.
I like him.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
yeah, I like that guy. Had some cool little lines.
Yeah.
Seems like a good actor because he was, it's not hard to outshine anybody on this
Now,
show.
now,
So
now.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Well, I mean, Hella's husband is playing a great victim as per always.
Speaking of, he all drunked up as per usual, and
This nigga's drunk. He ain't washed his ass.
he done planted the body that he done
So before
mangled
that,
up.
so when Henry discovers, because remember at the corner, then like Blaze was there, and Henry comes, and so when Henry discovers her deceased cousin, then she loses it, and in spite of that, and then that's when it is revealed where the body was discovered.
hmm which is near Terry's restaurant. So of
That
course
punk
they
ass
want
Bryant.
to
Mm,
implicate him.
you dirty dog. It's gonna plant that, but it's strategically placed.
Hmm.
So
But I mean, if you rooting for the quote unquote good guys to win, whatever that means,
I was gonna say, like, what does that mean? Because this fool is
he ain't a
ridiculous.
good guy. He
No,
ain't a good guy.
no.
So the move to buy his art actually does warm dude up to them, and they're able to like start getting the trucks over to him. They bring a bunch of little Astro vans and different size vans, and he literally take the car off the frame and put the safes inside and underneath the car, which is kind of crazy.
Yes.
So essentially, they should be undetectable. And once we get to what happened later on in the episode, they definitely gonna need that. I don't know if it's
For
gonna work.
sure. For sure. Um, do we want to go to Dr. Mo now?
um, yes, we can.
So, Dr. Mo, Maurice, um, Captain Simp, whatever we want to call him. So he then took Lucille out to, a fancy dinner. This is what he does. But he's really campaigning for some action, because he then took her to a restaurant that's inside of a hotel and got a room in said hotel. And he's still simping, like, oh, I'm wait for you, but I want to. What do you say? I want to kiss every part of your body. Ill. Um. So
Hmm.
all of those things, and you know what? For me, it was looking like she was going
It
for
was
it.
looking like she was
It
gonna
was
go
she. They went up
finally.
there, and they was, it looked like it was about to go down. And then she stopped herself yet again. And so I feel two ways about it, if I may. One, I respect it from the standpoint that even though she out here wilding, then she's like, I'm still a married woman. Like like that, whatever that part of her that's feeling convicted that just won't let her go all the way. I respect that. However, girl, if you don't drop them draws or leave that man the fuck alone, because at this point, then you doing way too much.
Yeah.
Like and like the stuff like that concerns me because that's one of the, especially the way he high level simping like this, because that's giving. As soon as I get the draws, I'm gonna go on about my business. I just need to conquer that
Mm-hmm.
quest real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thinking. Because a lot of times when you playing that hard to get, for
Mm-hmm.
a guy, in my experience, it turns into being about the chase. And at that point, it don't matter how much they like or not like you no more. It's like, oh, I can't get this. I'm about to apply all this pressure until I do. And then once they do, then the game is over. Um,
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't think he gives that, but at the same time, you never know. And this the thing too, it's like this woman had 3 kids, married, all this stuff.
she a whole grandma.
Huh, that part. And he didn't deliver the damn grandbaby, one of them. So again, is it I want to conquer, or is it he really in love with her? I think he in love with her because the way he's simping, it's just like, bruh.
I agree. It's hard to watch, even as a woman. I'm just like, bro, this is not that that prefix alone shouldn't have you simping like this.
But people want what they want, I guess. It
You
couldn't be
you
me.
are a doctor simping for a cashier in a drive-through of Wendy's.
Couldn't
Let's
it?
just say it because
Could it?
sometimes you gotta say it
Mm-hmm.
for it to so you can truly hear how ridiculous it is.
I mean, they got history, so it trumps all that other stuff. But yeah, I
It
don't
don't
know.
it don't
Let's
trump it. It explains it, but it don't
uh
trump it.
well, let's talk about real quick. I want to jump back to old Nicole and her little fast self. She
She get it from my
had
mama.
she had her
She get it from my mama.
she had her little boo over
Mm-hmm.
and
And they was up there kissing all loud. I'm surprised she didn't get
mm,
found out. Kissing all up on that boy like that.
well, her dad came home while he was there and
Oh
had the
yeah.
nigga hide behind the door while she was talking to her father. That shit was funny as hell.
That was funny. And I'm glad that you brought that up because immediately following, then Nicole and Charles went out to dinner, just the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing Nicole gonna do is throw some damn shade.
Mm.
So she goes ahead and tells her father that, oh, she got a boyfriend and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, he hoop and he's smart and blah 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 blah. And then as he's trying to talk to her, then Nicole was like, I'll never let him dog me the way you dog mom.
She was like, "Ooh, I'm sorry." She's like, "It's like, no, you did."
No, yes, she did.
And I'm glad because I don't want nobody to be doing you like that. That's why
Yeah,
he didn't even act no kind of way because he know he wrong.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know he wrong. You know you wrong, Charles.
Yeah. So, there's that.
What you want to talk about now? What you want to jump to?
Um, hmm. Do we want to talk about I don't know if it's I mean, do you want to talk about Angel? I don't really.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Or yeah, yeah, we could talk about Angel. So Angel just maneuvers in a way that shockingly keeps her safe.
Hmm.
like like the Haitians, they know that like if they follow her they can get to Meech,
Mhm.
and they not wrong, but the way that she's able to slip and slide in and out of places, then she can kind of move. not undetected, but she can kind of slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
And barely. Um, and so she's been having Meech's back, and so it appears like he has let her be back down
Yeah.
for the cause.
Which I guess. I mean, when you really look at it, it's like, well, shit, he a drug dealer. They doing this, that, third. Like, okay, a stripper, you getting the crew. We all doing crazy stuff. Who cares? That's why they end up together a lot of times. Is they
And I mean,
both
she be
doing
looking out even when she's not supposed
right,
to.
right.
So
That's
he like,
true. So he like, fuck it. But the next thing he end up having to put her and Markeisha together so they can be safe while all this heat is swirling around.
yes.
So now they gotta be little bosom buddies, which doesn't look like it looks like indifference. It doesn't look like
It doesn't look like
they
it.
disliked each other, but it didn't look like it was like, oh, I got a new best friend. Like, absolutely not that.
It wasn't that. It was just like, all right, like we ain't gonna fight, like whatever. Left their ass for 2 days. Hilarious. That's their drug dealer life. They real quick to be like, I'll be right back, and right back for most human beings is in the realm of an hour, maybe
Mm-mm.
two. No, 2 days.
They got so much shit going on. And clearly with this, you see what's happening when they leave. It's not like they going somewhere lollygagging or doing
Of
they
course,
no, they were working.
of course, yeah.
It
They
just
they
take time to construct different plans and all this other shit.
Yes, they introduced the artist to the crew, which was like, hey, this is a family, so this is this person, blah blah. Gave him a custom Porsche,
Course, yeah.
as another peace offering. So they were taking care of business and getting that squared away, and they were sitting with the artist while he deconstructed the car, put the safe at the bottom. So yeah, 2 days, yeah,
Yeah, it takes
yeah.
time.
Take time,
So
take
when
time.
he get back, Marquisha's all hot and basically, they 17th time breaking up. I don't know. I mean, it don't really matter. They'll probably be back together the next episode, knowing
Oh
them.
yeah.
But right now, she's mad.
Right now she's angry, she's not happy, and she leaves and storms out or whatever. And so when she storms out, funny enough, it seems the dynamic in this episode was that Markeisha and Meech only like each other when one of the other one is like agitated or something. So like
Mm.
so like when Meech first sees that Markeisha is even there in Miami, then she walks up and hey Meech, he don't even speak back. But then when she storms out and she's clearly upset, Meech is like, morning, Markeisha. Like,
Because he's happy she's mad. He's like, oh, good, you're mad. This me and T probably said something you needed to damn say.
and for her, she's like, I know you don't like me, and I know you wish I wasn't here, but I'm here. So hey, Meech, type of thing. So that occurred. Jesus Christ. That occurred. And Markeisha had left, and they knew the Haitians were coming. So T, Meech, and Angel try to get up out that jam, and these niggas are already in the lobby looking
Trying
for
to
their
shoot
ass.
up the damn hotel, boy.
Yes.
And they slipped out kind of smooth, but these niggas so horrible at shooting, they killed Glock.
They sure did.
And if he ain't dead, he gonna be out of
Man,
commission.
I
But
just saw
it look
the scene again. If he ain't dead, then that's just gonna go back to the writing this season being
right
sketch,
being
because
a
he
sketch because
got
where he
clean.
got
He shot
shot.
clean in his chest.
Hmm.
Went in the back. Went through the chest. So
Oh man.
so now they ultra mad. So they're like, oh shit, they made us shoot our mans. We gotta get these niggas.
Mhm. But y'all should. Mm.
But these are, you know, these aren't the what is it? These aren't the brightest apples in the bunch. So
Right, right. The brightest bulbs in the bunch. No, not at all. So Charles and Lucille basically around the end, they well, Lucille decides she wants to go and see what's what with the good doctor because she, you
boy,
know,
she straight told Charles, I'm in love with Maurice.
mm,
Mm, mm,
that's
mm.
crazy. And it's
I know
funny.
that's wild.
That's wild. But I mean, he made that bed for himself. So
No, he definitely did. Like this is not, like you can't negate that. Like the fact that she could have been got revenge on him for the whole Mabel
mhm.
thing, and she wilding, but she still keeping the legs closed. Um, so there's that. But I'm maybe hey, I guess I ain't been married long enough because if I was on that type of time, I'd have smashed first before I sat up here and left this situation. Because what if this nigga smash and curve, and now you
Yep.
didn't just told this nigga like no,
And he was
or
ready to lock all the things that you had a gimme. You had a gimme basically that you could have tested the water and see, but she's so churchy, she can't think like a normal person would think. And it is what it is, man.
I
It
get it,
is what it is.
whatever. Oh, we gotta talk about this punk ass Henry.
Oh
So,
yeah.
who was Brian's partner? I can't never remember her name. Um,
I think Jen. I think it's Jen. But her ass, she's wilding because obviously she don't like Henry, but she sure let her go down on her little kitty cat.
um, I wouldn't have did it because Henry's a fucking weirdo. Even if I was that dedicated, I would fucking know. Because that whole thing was disgusting. Now, obviously, she was over there to plant the wire, and she accomplished that. But then, like, and you felt it coming when it was about to happen, and then like she wasn't even wearing an actual bra; she was wearing like a medical band-aid around her chest, and that was weird. And then she had a fucking Don King under her armpits, and it just made me uncomfortable. Um, yeah, that, that's all I got to say about that, as the infamous
Forrest Gump
Forrest
said.
Gump would say.
Yeah, that character, she really is an interesting one.
She needs to die next
Um,
week.
huh?
She needs to die next week.
I don't know. I think they're gonna try to keep him around.
Man, for what?
So, Meech and them, they escape the MKs. They kind of regrouping on the beach and figuring out what they about to do next. Meanwhile, which we didn't mention, this happened earlier. Remy and his little crew,
Mm-hmm.
they basically dry snitched on them and basically tipped off the pigs and
Tipped
uh
off the red dog.
the red dogs that it was gonna be some vans coming in that basically them, and they was gonna be holding now because they couldn't find nothing initially. They now gonna impound the cars. So Hope them safes are as good as dude said, because right
I think
now,
they will be, but
hmm,
I think I have faith in this. This is really an art form to him. I have faith.
yeah, I mean, hopefully, we hope.
You like, I mean, we'll see.
But they gonna be tearing that shit apart. Even when that you could get to something that's not right,
Yeah.
easier. The longer you have it. That anything like that is meant for very brief interactions, not for somebody to just have the shit and
No, I
dissect your
agree.
shit.
I agree. Yes.
Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. So that was like the end, really, when they got pulled over by the Red Dogs. I don't think
Hmm.
anything else happened. Oh, actually, something major happened. At the last scene was stupid Henry killing the homie, which
Yes.
that's literally like one of my favorite little side characters on here was dude. He always came through. And I should have known he was gonna die because they made you
He
like
was
him
too
too much.
solid. He was too damn solid.
Always came through, had the good jokes, all that shit, and pop
And
pop.
here you go. That's a punk ass Brian. Helen, get your husband.
Right, lying on them, but
Oh,
well, we got one more episode left. This set up a lot of different things that could occur in the next episode. Hopefully, it is better than the episodes that we have gotten this season. At least it ends on a strong note. Um, because the acting definitely had a lot of holes in it,
you know
man.
what?
But
Before we go, we got to talk about that fucking Street Fighter move that Meech had during the hotel shootout. Just
yo, this motherfucker jumped up and did the most weirdest kick that looked like it was from a blaxploitation movie from 1973.
take this, sucker.
Jive turkey. No. Mm, mm, mm. Hopefully, we don't have 1973 fight choreography in the next episode. We're really crossing our fingers, but all in all, had some moments, had some chuckle worthy moments, but probably stuff that was supposed to be funny. Now I'm just laughing at shit, but that's just me. Um on that note, this has been Culture Foolishness, recap
Yes.
of BMF. I am Creed of Exodus Studios and Architects of Mars.com, and my co-host Eon.
Coach Tamara Simone.
We will be back next week for the
The
season
finale.
finale, and the premiere of the podcast will be coming shortly after. So you're
Yes,
not getting
indeed.
rid of us. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about because a lot of stuff been happening. All these rappers wilding out and having this WWE beef. A lot of good stuff to talk about. So we will
Not to mention
see.
all the Diddying in the
Oh,
streets.
so Lord, that's a whole nother conversation, which we will have. But on that note, peace, peace, guys. See you next week.